A pleasant day, everyone. Welcome to the Contemporary 3. Last meeting, we were given a chance by our professor, Mr. Jerry Gupit Jr., to group ourselves into 5. And here are my colleagues, Mr. Provido, Mr. Kamsa, Mr. Sia, and Ms. Gabais. So our discussion is all about Asian regionalism, regionalization versus globalization, and the integration of Asia. But before that, we have your 2 learning outcomes to achieve by the end of this lesson. First, to distinguish the factors leading to the greater integration of Asian region. And the second one is to discuss about the different Asian states confront the challenges of globalization and regionalization. This is going to be a short discussion lang naman. So for the meantime, let's set aside the other continents of the world. Let's just focus our mind on Asian continent. So let's start this discussion by defining regionalism. So ano nga ba yun? Regionalism is a political process characterized by economic policy cooperation and coordination among countries. Bale, itong regionalism kasi, kagustuhan siya sa politika. Political will kumbaga, sila yung gumagawa ng formal arrangement sa mga bansa sa isang region. Pero ika-clarify ko lang ha, baka medyo malito kayo. Magkaiba ang regionalism sa regionalization in terms of process. Kasi ang regionalization, ang mga tao, mga market, pati society ang nagdidikta kung anong dapat gawin sa isang bagay. While sa regionalism, ang government pati ang mga political policies ang nagdidikta kung anong dapat gawin. The goal of regionalism became encapsulated in the concept of the East Asian Community. So, balik tayo sa discussion natin kanina sa main topic. Asia was colonized by a variety of major powers including Portugal, Spain, Netherlands, France, Britain, US, and Japan. Each colonizer left behind specific social, political, and economic legacies. So dito pa lang mapapansin nyo, makapangyarihan halos lahat ng mga napabilang sa Asian regionalism. When we say Asian regionalism, a product of economic interaction between countries. Okay? So, let's move to the next presenter, led by Mr. Provido.
My assigned topic is about regionalization versus globalization. So, the process of regionalization and globalization re-emerged during the 1980s and heightened after the end of Cold War in 1990s. So, ang proseso ng regionalization at globalization ay nagsimula noong 1980s at mas tumindi pa o mas lumakas ang impluensya nito pagkatapos ng Cold War na noong 1990s. So, yung Cold War is tension siya ng Amerika laban sa Soviet Union. So, at first, these two processes are contradicting since globalization by its definition is global, while regionalization is naturally regional. So, from the word itself, regionalization means regional, while the globalization is global. So, let's define the regionalization and globalization. Next, first, regionalization means the societal integration and often undirected process of societal economic interaction by Harrell 2007. So, meaning, from the word societal integration means that ito ay isang panglipunang pagkakaisa o state. Dito, hindi siya direktang proseso ng isang societal economic interaction. So, this meaning limitado lamang siya sa kanyang state or sa kanyang lugar, hindi siya sa pangkalahatan. While the globalization is the process of increase of flows of goods, services, capital, people, and information across borders. So, globalization represents the global integration of international trade, investment, technology, and culture. Kung sa regionalization is represent na societal integration na may limitado lamang. Sa globalization naman ay pangkalahatan ng ekonomiya. So, regionalization is a formal process of intergovernmental collaboration between two or more states. So, ang good. Hindi. Furthermore, there comes a will explain the difference between regionalization and globalization.
Now, let's try to compare regionalization versus globalization. As to nature, regionalization divide an area into smaller segments called regions. Then sa globalization naman, it is borderless. Ibig sabihin walang hangganan. So, as to market naman tayo. Sa regionalization, meron sila yung tinatawag na monopoly, kung saan isa lang yung pwedeng magbenta o magbigay ng services. Samantala sa globalization, it allows free market, kung saan lahat pwede magbenta. Then as to cultural and societal relation, sa globalization, ina-acknowledge nila yung lahat ng culture, especially dun sa minority groups na kailangan talaga ng special acknowledgement ng kanilang culture. Samantala sa regionalization does not support multiculturalization. Ibig sabihin, hindi nila ina-acknowledge yung ibang kultura. So as to it naman tayo, sa globalization, willing sila mag-help na sa ibang country. Ibig sabihin, halimbawa sa mga country na apektado ng disaster, na tumutulong sila, nagbibigay sila ng pagkain or any support na kailangan ng country. Samantala sa regionalization, wala silang paki sa ibang areas, na doon lang sila nag-focus sa kanilang area. So as to technological advancement naman, sa globalization, it already has technological advancement, samantalang sa regionalization is wala pa.
Let's proceed into the integration of Asia.
Regional integration is the process by which two or more nation-states agree to cooperate and work closely together to achieve peace, stability, and wealth. The Association of Southeast Asian Nations, ASEAN for short, is an association that today consists of 10 Southeast Asian states. In 1967, Thailand, Indonesia, Philippines, Singapore, and Malaysia founded ASEAN. The aim was to improve economic, political, and social cooperation. Another objective was to balance political conflicts between these countries that existed as a consequences of the colonization in post-colonial state building. During Cold War, ASEAN members wanted to contain the influence of communism in the region. Old enemies became new partners in the second half of 1970s. Vietnam, Laos, Myanmar, and Cambodia joined ASEAN. The collapse of USSR, the founding of the WTO, and in a financial crisis in Asia prompted members to deepen their relationship and adapt to the new situation. In 2000s, free trade agreements were concluded with India, China, South Korea, Australia, and Japan. In the future, the entire region will be merged into one large free trade zone. Since 2001, the ASEAN Summit takes place annually. It is a meeting that heads of states and governments where current problems are discussed and solutions are worked out. On the 15th December 2008, the ASEAN Charter came into force, giving the association the status of a legal person. Principles of non-intervention and consensual decision-taking remained unchanged by the decision are generally made by consensus. No member can force to do something. As a result, the group rarely appears to be closed. Today, ASEAN is based on three pillars: as a political and security community to ensure a peace, as an economic community with a strong domestic a common identity. ASEAN faces a number of challenges, especially in relations to social and environmental justice.
For now, let's proceed to the factors that leads the Asian region into greater integration. So we have 4 factors here. So let's discuss first the trade. Trade. The world economy is intertwined with each other, and we all want and need something from another part of the world, including global trade facilities. And since these nations are geographically located near each other, they can readily supply each other's need. I know that each of you already know what is trades means. So when we say trade, it means the buying and selling of goods and services for money. Through trading, the availability of goods and services and wider selection of products will improve. And also through trading, we can encounter different people from another countries because of exchanging the products. So let's proceed with similar culture. The cultures of Asia is diverse. So meaning to say, we have different cultures in Asia because in Asia, there is different countries. But even we have different culture, we are able to share many things such as goods and our services or products. Then this makes it easier fit during times of negotiations because Asia is a region of different markets and varying of economic developments. This diversity leads to investors to a wide range of opportunities and expansive list of possibilities. So guys, let's proceed with common goals. The Asian region recognizes the mutual benefits of a slow integration, and that is to accelerate the economic growth, social progress, and cultural development, and to promote peace. So it's clear that the goal of Asian Association is to speed up the development of economics and also the socialization, cultures, and also to promote the peace of each country. So next is similar security needs. Aside from small localized rebels, this association needs only to contend with foreign-supported terrorist groups which are usually handled well. So meaning to say, the Asian Association is only focused on the groups of terrorists that are supported by another group of terrorists in or from another country. So I am referring to the group of terrorists which are helped to protect the association. So this is the last slide of our presentation. The Regional Bandwagon of Asia Pacific Economic Council or APEC. So the APEC are contains of 22 country. Hindi lang siya maklaro guys yung mga word ng mga country. So para makita ninyo or para maklaro ninyo, nandiyan din po yun sa nasa workbook po natin, nasa page 34 po. Paki-check na lang po. Thank you!